So I kind of thought that, you know, doing 3 videos about the fall garden would be enough, but I have got to show you this. Remember when we planted the garlic back, I think October 15th? Well, it's November 2nd. Guess who's up? Woo-hoo. Everybody is up. They are all looking great. This is the second garden bed. And then if we go over to the other one, there's a few up over in here as well, poking their little noses out. I'm a little concerned about them being up so early, but when I Googled it, some said, yeah, it's gonna be, you know, game over, but we don't get super cold here on Vancouver Island. And then other sites said, no, it's totally fine. As long as I've got them mulched like I do, that they should be fine. But the best part about all of this is, this was the store-bought garlic. I wasn't sure if it would germinate or if it would come up, but haha, it has. So we've got our 3-tiered garden bed covered with the reme cloth, but you gotta check this out. Wow! Look at our romaine and our broccoli. The romaine leaves are looking fantastic, as is the broccoli. These are probably a couple foot high, and all of our leaf lettuce in the back are looking just fantastic. So very happy with how these are looking. 2 weeks ago, we were making Caesar salad for family dinner, and so we ran to the store to go get some romaine, and a wilted head was $7.50 each. And for my big family, I need at least 3. So the fact that I'm growing all this romaine is just fantastic, saving us money. Garden bed number 1, I also have 3 different kinds of lettuce in here. Now this area doesn't get as much warm sun, so it is a little bit more behind, but nonetheless, I've got some beautiful greens growing. Since having the bins on, we are getting a little bit more growth with these ones. But again, this is not a real warm section, but they are growing, so that's good. The purple cabbages are finally starting to make their head. So we've got a nice firm head. It just took all summer for them to start. The Brussels sprouts, finally getting some little bulbs on them, so that's great. We might get those for Christmas again this year. Here are the beets. Looking great. I've got 2 different kinds in here. I probably will put a bit more mulch on them too. So I want to encourage you for next year for sure, plant up some fall garden crops. The beets are doing really great in the other garden, as well as the cabbages, knowing that I've got some lettuce that I can pick over the winter, because it will be just picking some and letting it grow. Yes, it will grow much slower, but nonetheless, it's a really beautiful thing to have. So it is the next day, and I was seeing that our temperatures were going to be dropping a little bit, so I went out and picked the rest of the yams. Check this out. So this is from four plants. So, this is a decent sized one. I'm just going to do a quick rinse on them because they just came in out of the mud. So I will clean these up and weigh them, and we'll be able to see just how many yams we got. So our yams are coming in at just over 3 pounds. I'm not sure why. You can see that this has got the pink on it. I don't know if it's maybe because I've left them in ground too long. Like there is this one that is a more typical look. So that's something I'll have to research. We're in the greenhouse studio, which I'm just going to confess needs a lot of work because it has become the catch-all for everything over the last few months. And so to continue on with our yams is that I want to actually start some new slips with some of the greens here, because that's what I did last year. Because yams are not in the potato family, they're in the family. And so we actually make slips, or taking the potato, putting toothpicks into it, and then sticking it in water and waiting for it to root. And that's what I was planting. Sure, it really wasn't a lot of potatoes, but I don't know how well they actually grow up here in Canada, where the temperature might not be as warm or the growing season as long. So I'm pretty pleased with what we've got. So I have a big rat's nest, but I just wanted to kind of show you. So here is an end piece, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip off that, and then I'm just going to give it, well, this one, this leaf doesn't look very good, so we're just going to snip him off too. And then I just have a bucket of rainwater. I'm just going to give it a rinse so it's a little cleaner. And then I just use these leftover containers to put them in, and then I'm going to stick it in there. Now I do have, there was a couple of pieces of the potato that a couple little ones that I missed. I probably will put these in to make slips. I might take it in to eat as well. I'm not sure. In this one, this has got kind of ends and pieces, and I will be changing out the water regularly to make sure that the water stays clean. And now this one, of course, it is a bit more murky because I wanted to see if I was putting some of the actual roots that are already kind of established. And also I wanted to put some in there where if you look here, you can see like this is a yam still. And so I wanted just to see what would take place. So this water, of course, being murky, it'll change, you know, as I change out the water. Also, I left, you know, one very viney one. I wanted to just to see what would take place. So those are my 2 yam slip starts for next year. I probably will also get an actual yam and put the toothpicks in it and submerge it into water a little closer to the new year. But in the meantime, I want to just experiment with these yams for next year. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Take care. God bless.